Alright. Anyway, I've been going through some things with my personal life, so I haven't been posting on YouTube. I've also been changing aspects of my life, such as my Etsy shop, because of the thing. In my personal life, I had a thing with a corporation and somebody who works at a corporation. Now, this person is a toxic fan. We're going to say that in the nicest way possible. So I got a call last week about the time of my lunch. Let's put it to you that way. I was in the middle of a project. I was doing my YouTube thing, and an investigator told me that this person was making accusations of my social media, my YouTube, my personal life, things like that. But I have depression, I have PTSD, I live with my mom. Because, like, if you have clinical depression, you can't be out on your own. That type of thing. So, I'm listening to this investigator talk about this person. They're obviously obsessed with my channel, with what I do, with other aspects of it, and they're misled. Okay, so they're misled into thinking of that I'm a sadist. Kind of am, but that I'm a this, that I'm a that. She made a social media account for herself with my face on it. That's why I don't put my face on YouTube. And tried to make it into the fact that she was me. Stole my identity, racked up a credit card. I don't use credit cards. I use cash. But anyway, so I have to deal with that now, so that's gonna be great. But anyway, so there's a lot of aspects of her personality that was questionable by her manager, this investigator, things to that effect. She was trying to pull off her website as something I said. I didn't say that. They actually hacked into my social media on Twitter. That's why it's on private now. So if you want to go look at that, it still has rates and stuff on there. The price may vary. It's probably like $1,000 if you want a reading, because I need to boost my credit again. But yeah, she got so obsessed with me and so entitled, so like acid, rancid. Um, she has envy trends. She has jealousy issues, but like she's unstable, and most people that she talks to is unstable as well. But yeah, I've been talking to this investigator, trying to get down to the means of it. And then I had to hand over my social media to this investigator. I handed over my YouTubes. I have about 4 or 5 at the moment. I had to hand over my license. I had to hand over my social security number, my credit score, and some other personal things. I also had to surrender my computer. Okay? In order for this investigation to come to a conclusion. And so that the investigator would kind of get me off the hook as far as certain goings on and help me with my credit and things. So I did all that. And yeah, what she found was really interesting. Now, on my YouTube, I have certain things and handles on my website. And I do make notes of particular things under noted areas. I gave her those notes too. So the Bluetooth was on. There was some other like site on there which I didn't have, and some other spyware things. Now, with everything going on in my life at this point, I don't really deal with other people. I'm in a healing mode. I've done my internal healing. I'm mostly the person that stays away from other people due to past trauma. But yeah, I'm on my healing journey. I'm doing my thing. I'm thinking of new ways to manifest things I want in my life. I'm making my vision board. I'm doing this, I'm doing that to keep my mind off of inevitable, maybe it's, stuff is not going to happen smoothly. So the investigator comes back. She finds nothing. She says, yeah, you're clear, you're fine. And this person obviously needs to, you know, check herself into rehab. That's the reason why she got fired. I later found out is that she was sporadically trying to make other people go against my website and this and that. Like she had a lot of disassociation disorders where she wanted to be me, but at the same time she wanted people to hate me, which was interesting. I've never had people hate me. I've had people be superficial friends, but I've never had people hate me outright. So that was an interesting one. But anyway, as far as everything going on in my personal life, I have somewhat of a handle on it. I'm trying to do different activities, projects, like I've said before. I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel and my social presence as an individual. So if you see any weird stuff on my social media or like it goes off privacy, which it shouldn't anyway, that's a red flag. It's supposed to be under privacy this entire year. And we're going to see how that goes for some people. I know a lot of people read my stuff and they want to see what the world's going on with politics and things like that. But I love politics myself. I love knowing what's going to happen to the U.S. and other countries, and what's going on in China, what's going on in Japan, and just what's going on, with people. So I'm trying to do all that too, but with my Twitter, it's gonna be on privacy. My personal social media is on privacy. There's a lot of aspects of my life that has to be on privacy, including my Wi-Fi connections and other things because of the investigation. Because the investigator wants to separate my reality from this other person's reality until they can check themselves into rehab, which is fine. And I'm not really scared of this person. This person lives like literally right across the way from me, but they're so obsessed with what I do every day. I tend to garden. I play with my cats. I have a lot of feral cats that come in my yard, so I make sure that I feed those guys. And I have a fence around my property. I live like a monk, in like the first century. But yeah, I don't understand how I can have like such a minimalistic lifestyle and then have people jealous of my minimalistic lifestyle. Like, my whole thing with my depression and everything is finding my own happiness, my own purpose to be happy. Okay? And I've had that for my entire life. I've been struggling. But having somebody so fucking low vibrational be fucking like so cunty, yeah, I'm gonna say that. So cunty, so fucking self-righteous, so entitled to have what I have with my minimalistic life is really low, you know. And I'm like, you don't have anything that's going on in your life that you can be proud of or like purposeful, or you don't have like, an interest you want to pursue. People with idle hands make very minimalistic people. But And I say that in the nicest way possible. But people with idle hands usually make a mess of other people's lives, if you really want to know. So, they made a mess of mine. But, yeah. I've been trying to rebuild my stuff, rebuild my little life, and try to get on the right track as far as my depression and my just healing, And it's important for people to heal, you know. Being jealous, envious of somebody, that's a personal trait that you're accepting. That's going to be a permanent stake in your personal life, in your personal pursuits of happiness, which will fall apart. Okay. So, I'm going to have to deal with toxic fandoms. Not like it's new to me, but, it gets a little bit out of hand. And hopefully this helps everybody out. I will be doing other projects, and I will be trying to post as much as I can on YouTube. But after this experience, it kind of brings my focus into more of the mental health aspect of my channel, which will go back into the true crime units and some of the personal charts of celebrities and things, in order to use as an example of what mental health and stability looks like. Some people have it, some people don't, and that's totally fine. But yeah, there's traits in other people that you find in yourself. Okay, and it's okay to be jealous of somebody every here and there. And it's yeah, it's fine to be jealous of somebody every once in a while, but you have to understand that you yourself are going on your own journey, your own trail, and you're trying to find yourself. You're not going to be good at everything everybody else is going to be good at. You're not going to have the same niches as everybody else. You're not going to feel happy like everybody else. Okay, you're going to have to find your own happiness. You're going to have to find your own place of self-worth, okay, in the grand scheme of things. And you're going to have to find what makes life worth living for you. And a lot of people will never find that. A lot of people find that on the first day of work. But a lot of people never find that. They're too much into the gossip, the status quo, the invasion of space. Okay? So if you really want to work on yourself, you have to get out of the gossip. You have to get off social media. You have to really look inside yourself, and this is going to be painful. This is going to be attention to detail stuff. It's going to make your soul hurt. Your soul's getting out of a place of envy and jealousy in order to function as a normal human being. And it's the lowest form of human being, but it's going to help you. It's going to be like that 90s trend before cell phones, where you had to play games with other people face to face. You might have to talk to people face to face. You might have to have a conversation with people face to face. Have a coffee break at Starbucks with one of the employees and find out what their story is. You might have to change your entire rhythm of your own lifestyle in order to bring out the true self that you have. I'm not into this whole bringing people down to make yourself feel better shit. But when it's needed, I do it myself. And it's a negative trait that I've always had. I have a Libra moon, you can imagine. So I constantly want people to be people, but at the same time, I'm self-righteous in my own pursuit of happiness. I'm self-righteous in points of view that I have about my own emotions. I keep them in check. I don't cry in front of people. I don't look people in the eye. Because I know too much. My whole ability in life is to see the truth in people. And some people I already know what they're about. I don't need to see their truth. I really don't see the point. It's a waste of time. But with most people, I do look them in the eye and I see who they are. I'm a great judge of character. I'm a great judge of people. I'm also a great judge of motivation. And it's like everything today. Sirens for the nuclear fallout. And the trash man is out here too. Anyway, I'm a great judge of people. I'm a great judge of motivation. I'm a great judge of what people need in the moment. But I'm not into like the petty discussions about people, putting people down, getting into gossip, doing this, that, and the other. I don't care. Like, why the fuck are you putting people down when you yourself are having a human experience? It doesn't make sense. And social media does that all the time. Social media does that to a point where we think that being nasty to somebody else is a form of intelligence, which it isn't. We think that flex culture is a good idea, and it's not. It's a toxic behavior of an entitled person trying to cultivate a community of assholes. Okay? And these people that have usually don't flash too much. People that don't have, they flash too much. Now, with everything in your life, you're going to have your ups, your downs. You're going to have points of yourself where you leave it all out on the field. There's going to be points in your life where you mourn the death of who you were when you were a child. You're going to have points in yourself where you're going to mourn the death of your parents, which is a sense of yourself. You're going to mourn the death of brothers, sisters, friends, pets, other things that were there for you before. You're also going to mourn the fact that a lot of times you feel alone in the world. Okay? You're going to mourn every single shell you come out of, like a damn hermit crab. But you're going to be alright. Okay? You just can't be jealous or envious of other people. It's a very toxic trait and it's hard to get rid of. No matter how much therapy, how much self-care you do, jealousy and envy are the hardest thing to get out of the human psyche and try to change that thing, because there's nothing really you can exchange it for that would be a positive aspect of that. And the other deadly sins as well. There's nothing that you can put in that spot to replace it. It's a toxic trait. It's a toxic habit that cannot be traded out for a lesser habit. Like smoking. If you were smoking, you could replace it with coffee or with water or with jogging, exercise thing. What can you replace envy with? Nothing, really. It's just putting a band-aid on an activity that you're going to do again. So, take care of yourselves, take care of everyone. I'll be around. It's just, I have a lot of things that I'm working on. I have a lot of projects I'm working on. I also am working on finding some true crime stuff to do with tarot cards, to have fun with that. I'm just doing what I like to do on this channel from now on. I'm not going to do too many tarot readings for personal zodiac signs or anything. But I am going to be doing more of like the crime, the murders, things, celebrity charts, things like that. Because it's interesting to me. Some other people it may be interesting for them too. But I love Death Day things. My moon house is in the 5th house. I love the mortuary stuff. So, well, we're going to be doing that. And we're also going to be trying to cleanse ourselves as well. Now, you have to find your happiness, and that's how you cleanse yourself. Whatever makes you happy, whether it's a snack, dog, a picture, your grandmother, you're going to have to make a keepsake fortitude box for that. And it's kind of like a vision board, visual thing that you're going to have in your house. You're going to have to draw power from it, draw confidence from it, draw positive attributes of yourself with it. So make sure you have that. Make sure it's more like a box than anything, because at the same time, using that box to manifest good activities and positivity, you will be collecting a lot of things. You will be finding coins, you'll be finding little charms, things to that effect to put in this box to show that you've succeeded in manifesting good things into your life. I have one. It's a little bit big, but it's in the other room. It has over 400 people, pictures, places I've been, and things I've done in my life in there. And it always manifests a little bit of something that I can look at, that I can say, hey, I got this today. I do have a thing that I thought was odd that I manifested with my box. It was a small charm that actually had my grandmother's name on it. And I haven't seen my grandmother in 4 years. I just manifested it yesterday. I think it's still down in my key dish downstairs. But it was really funny. I looked at it and said, I don't think anybody has her name, but this is really funny. But yeah, so I manifested my grandmother in a jewelry wearable form, which was really funny. But yeah, I think you can do that too. You can manifest people and things in your life that you like just by thinking about them, just by having a visualization of them. And we'll try that this year. I think it's good for everybody to have a little bit of something that makes them happy in a box, probably with like a window or some type of, collage on there that would help them manifest good things in their life, or just little treats. So anyway, I will see you in the next reading. All right, later.